Thank you, Ethel. I thought the check. Also another Percy. Another check. I thought 이제 여자 지리바에 가리. I don't the rest of the family members. Among Lenigi, thank you for coming to support your daughter with all your relatives and friends that now know what is happening. So, Shidi, can't honor the nation. I said I can't honor you. You're best either. Nana. No, there's a touchy. Is that I don't end up. To the tree is a chair. I don't touch some edition. I'll put out a Kododa, Sweden, Zane, and Linde. As I gave a lot bigger. I go with all Indians and that's Pesa. I call. Theodore Santas, she's everything to me. She's my taxi driver. She's my baker. I don't eat all kinds of food. I don't teach corner. Is kind of corner, no. I actually take every day. So I just wanted to acknowledge that and really glad that we are still able to take care of each other that way. So and we became good friends with Ethel. Chairman, though president, but a Satan, the former leader, Ziggy, that's how I got to know her. And so I'm glad she made a decision to run. And we were one of them that supported her right from the beginning. And Percy came to that meeting. And we don't want to just say, we want you to run, then run the other way. And I support the need. Yeah, there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise. People are interested. But we're with you here today, and that means something. Yeah, so I wanted to also just tell you that my daughter lives in Flag, and she and her brother, sibling, they're having a baseball game at Williams High School. And be sure to come back this afternoon and drive all the way to Williams to get that. No, guys. And we're going to be playing against Williams. And we want you to come. Then he said, no. This morning I didn't get that sleep. So that's what we're doing. And you know how those kids are. You got kids. Another kid or so kid. I could ask, no. You're fine. Supporting the thing. So you look to the children's section We'll be there in the evening this morning. So that's why we had to drive back. So, Kodoshin Lake flag statue, I thought it was Williams. Now, Kojapin yet I didn't give 2 or 3 advice. Number 1, all good things starts with either 1, 2, or 3 persons. Ebe ha'azish. A kahan long. A koko. Shito da ban sas case. I didn't get all the water this morning. It snowed. It rained. Sleet. And I was telling my wife, I laid down, don't you know? Don't think that way. Moisture is another day. I said, yeah, not scared. The rain came. The snow came. That's what we need the most. On that same day that we're doing what we're doing, nature did the same thing. Look at it that way. And shadow, in such case, I don't let la became cut a shah. So I blessed this morning at the right time. So don't get discouraged. Be upbeat. We watch basketball game, football game, baseball game, softball game. You don't give up the first inning. We still got 8 more innings to go. Don't make any conclusion, but to try hard. Every minute. So that's what we're doing. The election it's just a beginning. We won't know until the way our cake did that. At the end that decided that. So that now's not the time to put your heads down. Or A larger. Number 2, issues the key. If you pick up the Navajo time, like the way we did yesterday, look at the headline. Look at the headline. The headline says, Wonder Rock is in disarray. There are no staff working with finishing off the droppings of all the illness and ill feeling, bad feelings, yeah. At the dark home, there's time. The never end that the year so. Yeah, there you go. Instead of kids don't listen, I don't need that. They haven't even sent some of those checks out. And they're blaming the president because he does not have a staff to do that. That's what we're talking about today. Today, we got to decide right away who's going to be in that office that will not allow those kinds of things to happen. Everybody needs help. Everybody needs help. Particularly those that not get any assistance from this airport money. And where are those lists? Here's the way you should think about it. Federal government, based on President, here's the money you could use to help your people. 8 months ago, how come it takes the president 8 months to go from here to here and help people? That's how silly it is. That's what I'm worried about. The president, I used to be there. It's all there in writing. Your duty shall be this. The Baka consultant Lene Dashichi at Here, it takes them 8 months to get their hands out of their pocket, do the work across the street, and help people. They can't even do that. Staff in that initiative, staff people, and你个查卡，我那是要的可以子，要的呢 staff shortage，都在之前你个查哪里卡？可能那像不是在那边那个，你个查到在是哪里？ So today, you're trying to look for and find somebody that cares about the Navajo people, how they are a priority. That's our charge. That's our charge. So we gotta help with the election. In the president's office, Otano Chatigi Bitchne, as the Dorni, as the Dini, Ado in the a cake on that, as a Yego Benich, and out uranium. And then you bashna, Azabazotlo, my own wife, Shebitashna. Eberbenich and out uranium. But Lagana will ye uranium tailing. Oh, hayo, never whole reservation go, na jaota yila. Other Ndios uranium will be ya at the Huyoso Ado, there is a truck on there. The shade of Patadelcha. It puts all that contaminated soil on our body. Oh, but I didn't check when I see time. So I was telling him to check. White people aren't in a hurry to clean up uranium. Uranium's on their side. Leave it there. They're killing the Navajo off. So why should we correct that? Bindi nasja, bindi yeva patniyol. Let some more of them get contaminated. Jinin nahalin. Shitsui, Ethel, she knows all of that. She's not afraid to even challenge the federal government to do something right away before we see any more Navajo people die. Ebony yedid. She onashin. Doden shwata selling. Okishin the sick. Akonde. Koden sa kesere. Akonde ye. Ben ses kesegi. Ben ashin. For me, it doesn't really matter whether it sinks in or not. You have to keep on doing what you like to do and what needs to be done. Di kujite conscious dagi, a chinchija, a chayatati, chay, a constant. You're over 80 years old, Shindasni. But you know what? He knows how to snake off. That's why he's here. And people who are that way, inside of them, there's a thing called desire. Desire. That's more powerful. He can speak. And that force that comes out of his mouth can move a mountain. That's why he's here. He can't help it. She's that way. Shitsui. Otherwise, she wouldn't be here. She's a lawyer. She has a degree from the best university in America. She can make any kind of money she wants away from the reservations. Lady, people offer her money. When I launch and I slip, Shannon the story, but you know what? She's here, making a commitment because she's a Navajo. Her mother did a wonderful job with her. Yes, she may not have the ability to talk Navajo, but her heart is 100% Navajo. Her mind is 100% Navajo. She loves the Navajo people. She loves the Red. She wants to help save and make it even better to live here. That's what she's about. So when you go here, see your relatives. Who's Ethel Branch? Every one of you. What I'm telling you, both men and women, young women, young men. We don't really know sometimes because we only live here in one place. But if you're like us, we go all over the place. Reservation, outside of the reservation, we go to NAU, we go to ASU, U of A, UNM. Lege tasdara, then I not yet asked it. A china yaji had not yet asked it. So that's inside. Well, that one really has it. But they all don't want to come back for a reason. They have a desire to come back someday. I think Ethel has the ability to work with that group, what they're looking for. Now, as your Che and your grandma, that's what we worry about. Kodoloni Hisha the Street and Sin. A Kodi uranium will yagi. I'd ski to the house at that only. The kid house the your car. I don't only at the hop is me. Federal government or the eighth, they have that responsibility. So all we need to do is put them to work. Find a way to put them to work. Think at odds of Tata Kagi, over the Lagana Yeta Zeta. I started with your hands, open just. And that's it. Not her. Or the high wall. Or the high wall. And that's what I like about my grandfather. Shitsui Nina Bedini. What I think. Uliegi Big. So you have a wonderful person from Luke, local person. You probably some really didn't know what's in her heart, what's on her mind. Until now, you're beginning to say, wow, she's from Luke. Wow, we got one of them. Wow, we got somebody from our community that can become president. Wow. That's the way I look at you. The same way as the way people where I come from. Low Mountain. J'étais à Holly. C'était Jean. C'était Archer. C'était short the snow. 내가 그다 내가 이 شبادو شجاع چندی بینی سال که چطور یک کوشی ویس کم تا چنو سعی کوشی چنو but those all get resolved by a strong family and they have said oh go let's go کوشی نه and now today now that's never down and I didn't know that the support was out there. The situation back then was different. The situation today is way different because of the pandemic. People are still afraid. They rely on masks. Mask. You don't hear that in the city. Lodge are not sharp. When I go places, people don't recognize it right away. We messages can say, the next is Peterson's up in now. Hey, what I know? I call. Oh, air steppers in there. That voice. That voice, I knew it. I knew that. So, because of that fear of virus, you don't need to see clean. It's not clean. It's a cheap one. So, it's always great to be here to see you guys again. And remember, you're the soul to Ethel and her group and what you guys will all be doing. Yes, there'll be a lot of other people running. But what's in here? What's up here? That's what should be looking for. Every cat is running yet. I thought that was clean. But it on running yet. It all day. Taking that down. Your heart. Where is your heart? Where is your brain? Wherever I can make it, however way I can get there, I'll be there. Because I know where to go to find hearted person, kind, cares about everybody. Though you will check see, it's can't bend that and check it. You watch it. But yet, but don't yet. Zah Endorsement. And she's sitting right there. All she needs is our help. Now, give my wife a little 2 or 3 words to say something while I'm finishing her pie.
Thanks, Pete. You know, I can say that we always felt, I shouldn't say we, I felt like in the last election, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, whenever it was, there was no candidate. There were some names on a ballot, but there was no candidate. And we believed that we needed to find somebody that we could say, please run, we need somebody who can lead these people on Navajo. And that's what we did. That's what we did. After we met Ethel to talk about it, we just said, you have to talk to your family, people around you that you worked with, people that you know, people that know you, and see what they say. And of course, they all totally embrace the idea. Perhaps they were surprised to hear her say that, I don't know that, but I am so happy that the day has finally come. Yay, we're gonna go with this, and we'll do whatever we can. We do have a lot of experience in many ways, so does she. At her age, she already has so many of those things we didn't have way back. We're talking about the 80s, for crying out loud. How long ago was that? Yeah. So anyway, I just would like to say that, and we're so happy that it's going to be moving forward, and we do what we can. And the very least that we can do is go to these events where she's there. And of course, many, the older people know Pete. The younger people are learning, and they have their method of communicating that we have. We don't do that. We don't do Facebook. We don't do any of that stuff. We do not have that. I mean, we barely can use our cell phones, and that's where we're at. But we don't need to. We don't need to, because our other family members do that. So they can tell us, so we're okay with that. And anyway, we're just so pleased, glad to be here. And it, like Pete said, the sun came out, yay! But then on the other hand, that means no more rain. So we gotta, anyway, we do have to go to a softball game, yay, ladies. Our granddaughter is graduating from high school. This is toward the end of their season, and I hope they do well today. And that's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna go and support our grandchildren. And that's what everybody does. The grandmas and the grandpas all do that. And we do that. We've done that all through our lives to support our family members, because that's the number one thing in everybody's things that's important, is your own family. And so we continue to do that. But other than that, it was a pleasure being here. And I really ate a lot, I'll tell you. But anyway, it's a pleasure, and we're glad to be here, and we'll be on our way. And Ethel, we know you'll do well.
Thank you.
Yeah.